Okay. So do you want me to discuss the pattern of C certificate? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is same as your B with slightly difference in marks. Okay. Okay, I'll present my screen. So if you see the marks, it is same. So you'll be having four papers. I mean parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So part 1 is drill. These are old marks, now it is revised. Practical is 50 marks in drill, and weapon training 55 marks. More weightage is given for practical, and here the practical is 45 marks for special subject. So this, as you all have seen, so one day before the practical exams will be conducted, like how we are done for B. So your drill test will be taken, then weapon training, few questions on weapon training will be asked, and on special subject, few questions will be asked. Viva. That is of practical. So when we talk about theory, so again there is a part 1 drill which is of 10 marks, part 2 weapon training 10 marks, then miscellaneous is 225 marks. Miscellaneous is nothing but your common subject. So miscellaneous is nothing but your common subject which has national integration, personality development, social awareness, health and hygiene, and environmental conservation, then adventurous sports. All these things will come under this 225 marks. And special subject theory part 4 is 105 marks. So now in each of these marks, that is 225, 105, 10 and 10, you should get minimum of 50% of marks to pass the C certificate examination. For example, in the drill, out of 10 marks, it might be 5 marks, fill in the blanks, 5 marks, 1 mark question, something. You should get minimum 5 marks. If you get less than that, it is fail. Clear? Any doubt in this? So total marks, we calculate it. So I think somewhere it will come around 500. Is it clear? Any doubt? You want to write down this marks distribution? Write down. Don't write this circled one. That is the old marks. Revised marks are this. Any queries? Okay. So today we will talk about the career aspect in Indian Air Force. So Indian Air Force is the fourth largest air force in the world, which includes 1 lakh 27 approximate personals. And Indian Air Force currently holding 1,390 aircrafts under its inventory, which constitutes of 680 fixed wing and 350 helicopters. And for your information, this data does not include the Rafale aircrafts, because Rafale we got recently. So this is maybe created 1 year back. So this data. So we have 1,390 aircrafts, in which 680 are the fixed wing and 350 are helicopters. So aircrafts are equipped with the latest equipments for avionics and technologies and weapons. Career in Air Force as an officer in armed forces. Responsibility is to lead and control, and the officer would have an ability to motivate himself as well as for the others and inspires oneself and take tough decisions, not in favor of anyone but tough decisions, which is in favor of the nation. And then the officer need to have strategies, plans, and they know how to manage it. So Indian Air Force offers an adventurous career, earns your leadership and managerial skills, and the leadership and communication skills, and strategic and dynamic thinking, and prepares you for the challenge. Okay. So if you look at the branches of Indian Air Force, then there are three basic branches. That is a flying branch, technical branch, and the ground duty branch. I'll look into each of these criteria. And along with this, the subcategories of flying branch. So the main branches are flying branch, technical branch, and ground duty branch. And in flying branch, if you see what are the different streams we have, that is the fighter stream, transport stream, and helicopter stream. These are the three streams under flying branch. And in technical, mainly we have two technical subcategories, that is electronics and mechanical. There is nothing like electronics, mechanical, civil, or anything like that. So basically there are only two, that is electronics and mechanical. And in ground duties, we have subcategories or the sections like administration, ADAM, accounts, logistic, education, and meteorology. So this comes in examination and as well as in the Viva. So you have to be very particular and very clear. So how many branches we have? Three branches. That is flying, technical, and ground duties. In flying, how many streams are there? Don't call this as a branches, you call this as a streams. How many streams we have? So we have three streams under flying, so that is fighter, transport, and helicopter stream. And how many streams? Technical branch, we have mechanical and electronic stream. And the non-technical branches is also called as the ground duties branches. We have administrative, accounts, logistics, education, and meteorology. Now for the flying branch, what is the criteria that a candidate should have? So one of the mode of entry is through CDS, Combined Defense Service. And if any candidate appears or joins through CDS, so it will be a permanent commission. And the eligibility criteria in terms of age is 20 to 24 years. And the marital status should be single. And as of now, this is applicable for gender males. I think females has also come now for flying branch. Now, the training period in this case will be 1.5 years. At Air Force Academy, AFA. And you can see the advertisement under UPSC in the month of November or August. So yearly there will be 2 times they will call for advertisements for CDS examinations under UPSC banner. Is this clear? So the age limit is very important, that is 20 to 24, and it is applicable for both men and women now. And the training is duration of 1.5 years in Air Force Academy, and the notifications usually come in the month of November and August. Now CDSC, these are the eligibility criteria. Now looking at the qualifications. So a candidate should be a graduate in any discipline, and mandatory should have from science stream in the PUC, means that is 10+2 with physics and maths. Or a candidate can be a B qualified, and there is no percentage criteria for CDSC entry. Means there should not be, there is no criteria, say cutoff percentage of 80% should be there in academics. There is no cutoff, but should have a decent marks on an average. And the final year students can apply for CDS exam, provided no backlogs at the time of SSB. Means during the SSB there should not be any backlogs, and degree certificate can be provided as per the stipulated date in advertisement. Means the candidate should be able to produce the certificates at the stipulated time after SSB interview. And this is a permanent commission. And minimum duration to become pension in this is 20 years. To get pension in Indian Air Force in the permanent commission, he or she should serve for 20 years as per the current policy. The other entry for the flying branch is through AFCAT. That is a short service commission entry, and the age restriction is 20 to 24 years at the time of commencement of course. Remember, it is not at the time of interview, it is at the time of commencement of course. So there is a difference in both of these. And there is a relaxation up to 26 years for Indian CPL. Can anybody tell me what is CPL?
Commercial
So if
pilot
anybody
license.
has a commercial pilot license, so then they have the age relaxation up to 26 years. And this is applicable for both men and women. And training period is 1.5 years at AFA. That is Air Force Academy. And advertisements usually in the month of May, June, or December, January. These advertisements doesn't come under UPSC. This is straight away advertisements are circulated or issued, notifications issued by Indian Air Force for AFCAT entries. And the term of employment is 14 years and with no further extension. Next, if you look into the qualifications for AFCAT, almost same, but here there is a cutoff. So here there is a cutoff with 60% for graduates, and 10+2 in maths should also have 60%, with minimum of maths and physics should have 50% marks. And if it is a B graduate, then minimum 50% marks aggregate should be there. And if the candidate is appearing through AMI, there also 50% marks aggregate should be there. And final year students are eligible to apply, provided they should not have any backlogs at the time of SSB interview. Now there is one more option to enter into the flying branch, so that is the NCC special entry branch. Again, the age limit is 20 to 24 years, and again this age depends at the time of course commitment, the commencement of the course. And again there is an age relaxation for 26 years for Indian commercial pilot license holder. If anybody has the commercial pilot license holder, then under NCC entry scheme they can join flying branch. And gender, it is applicable for core. And here in this case, whoever joins under NCC entry scheme, they have option to choose between permanent commission and short service commission. And the training period is 1.5 years at AF. And this has to be applied through online only with the help of the commanding officer of the unit or DGHCC. So advertisement will be issued by Indian Air Force in the month of June and December. What are the minimum qualifications? So the main qualification for NCC entry scheme is A cadet should have a C certificate and graduate, which is of 3 years course with a minimum 60%, and should have PUC with studied physics and maths, again with 60% marks. Or a cadet can be an engineer with 60% marks, or he can be a member of associate member of institute engineering with 60% marks. So one important point is, so validity of your C certificate is for 2 years before the date of advertisement. Before any advertisement comes for NCC entry scheme, it is applicable within that 2 years of time, not after that. So final year students can also eligible to apply, provided again there are no present backlogs at the time of interview. And one more highlighting point here is there is no written exam for NCC certificate holders. Now coming to technical branch, we look into the eligibility criteria and qualifications for electronic and mechanical branch. So here, when we talk about the technical branch has got a little advantage in terms of age relaxation. So they have the age relaxation up to 26 years, 20 to 26 years at the time of commencement of course. And the candidate below 25 years should be unmarried. So there is a condition here. And a final year student, again, they can apply. So all the engineering background students can apply for technical branch up to 26 years. And it is applicable for both men and women. So either it can be a permanent commission or it can be a short service commission that can be opted. And it is 1.5 year training at AFA, Air Force Academy, as well as the training at Air Force Training Center, that is Air Force Technical Center, that is in Bangalore. An advertisement will be in the, it will be issued by Indian Air Force, the notifications during June and December month. What is the qualification? So qualification for technical branch is 60% marks in physics and maths, a minimum 4-year graduations, that is integrated program in engineering, or cleared AP exam of associated member. It's basically for an engineer. And graduate membership education in telecommunication, in electronics and communication engineering, that is AEL. That is different. So AEL means it is not applicable for engineers. It is a separate category again. So if anybody is applying like in AGL qualification, then they should have studied 8 subjects in this list, which is showing right now on the screen. That is communication, computer engineering, electrical, all these. 19 subjects are there. They might have studied 8 out of these subjects. And for mechanical, they should have studied again 8 subjects out of this list of 9. Next, coming to administration branch, as we have discussed, administration, there are logistic, logistic, accounts, meteorology, education. So eligibility for administration is again 20 to 26 years. And a candidate who is below 25 years should be unmarried. It is applicable for both men and women. And it is a permanent commission or it can be a short service commission. Training is 1 year in AFA, Air Force Academy, and notification will be issued by IFA in the month of June and December. Qualification is graduation degree, minimum 3 years. So here anybody from any degree can apply for this ground duty officer. With a minimum percentage should be 60% marks. And for account section also the same thing applicable as for Adam section. Again 20 to 26 years of age, and permanent, it can be permanent or short service commission. Training is for 1 year. Again it will be in the month of June and December, notifications will be issued. And for accounts it is very specific in terms of qualification. So the candidate should be a BCom degree. So no other qualification candidate can apply for this. It is only the BCom degree student with minimum 3 years of degree with minimum 60% can apply for this ground duty. Coming to logistics again, the age limit is from 20 to 26 years. It can be applicable to men and women. permanent commission or as short service commission, training is 1 year. Notifications in the month of June and December. Qualification, any graduation degree with 60% is the criteria. Education is 20 to 26 years. Again, all the conditions are same, like for accounts and admin section. Qualification is graduation degree in any discipline with 60% marks, and the condition is and MA or MSc degree with minimum 50% marks aggregate. And there are subcategories again, it can be English, physics, maths, chemistry, statistics, international relations, all these things. For meteorology, again, the age limit is 20 to 26 years and is applicable for both men and women. So it can be permanent or short service commission, training is 1 year. AFA, again, the notification is June and December. Now, qualification is for meteorology, the condition is it should be postgraduate degree. So here, any graduate is not applicable, only postgraduate with minimum 50% aggregate. And physics and maths is mandatory with 50%, 55% again. And post-graduation in one of the following disciplines. So post-graduation should be in science, maths, statistics, geography, computer applications, environmental, applied physics, agricultural, ecology, all this, environmental and biology. Now, there is another mode of entry apart from NCC entry, AFCAT, and CDSE, that is NDA. It is applicable for 10+2 candidates who has a qualification of 10+2 and is applicable for both flying as well as the ground duty. Age limit is 16.5 to 19.5. So gender only males are applicable for this. So training period is 3 years at NDA and 1 year at AFA. And the advertisement in the month of May, June, and December and Jan. So this is under UPSC. For terms and conditions. Now, if you look into the permanent commission, career in IAF until the retirement and retirement at the age of superannuation. So for men, for flying branch through NDA and CDS, as we have seen, and NCC entry is also applicable, and for ground duty, opt for permanent commission through AFCAT, and permanent commission for women only for education and account branch, option for permanent commission on completion of SSB tenure based on vacancies and suitability and medical. Short service commission is a limited period career. It's applicable for men and women again, for flying branch through AFCAT and NCC. 14 years of engagement service, not extension. And for ground duty, it is 10 years extended to 14 years. Pay and perks goes like this. So during the last year of training, monthly stipend will be 56,000 odd. And post commissioning, it will be 56,000 to 96,000 per month. So military service pay will be added to that. That is a 15,500 per month. Flying allowance 25,000 per month, and technical allowance is added. So adding all this together, so somewhere it will be around 1 lakh. And other benefits are medical scholarship for wards, that is a scholarship for children, accommodation, leave pay of 60 days, secured camp life, CDS canteen facility, professional education benefits, retirement benefits. The selection process is, you all know that advertisement will be displayed, then there will be written test, then Air Force selection board test will be there, that is nothing but the SSB test, and the medical examination. Then after medical examination, all over India merit they will take, and in that whoever survives, so their list names will be displayed in the list. So application for NDA. So for NDA and CDS, it comes under UPSC. So they will call it twice in a year. So there will be a written exam for CDS and NDA, and that is conducted by UPSC. Whereas the AFCAT advertisement is notified or issued by IFA itself, Indian Air Force, twice a year, and written exam will be conducted by IAF, Indian Air Force. And for NCC Special Entry Scheme, is applicable for NCC Air Wing cadets only, and the advertisement is issued twice a year, eligible for flying branch only. And the selection procedures is aimed at the assessment of overall personality, then scientifically designed and time tested process. It's a high standard, it's expensive training, responsibility, entrusted not only for sophisticated equipments costing millions of rupees, but also for the well-being of men who command. So these are the different centers. The Air Force selection boards, one is at Dehradun, Varanasi, Gandhinagar, Mysore, and Kanchipura. Sorry, I think Kancharapura. And stage 1 test is officer intelligence rating test. That is during SSB, the first day will be officers intelligence rating test, and picture perception and discussion test will be there. So this will be screening out. This is a screening test. So on the first day, one kind of screening will happen. If it is cleared, then the candidate is eligible for stage 2. That stage 2 is of continuous assessment for 3 to 4 days, which has psychological test, group task, and interview. And then last one is computerized pilot selection test for flying cadet branch. So the psychological test has thematic appreciation test. So thematic appreciation test is something where the picture has been it's like a picture perception test. VAT is a word assessment test where a word is displayed and you have to make a statement or sentence of it. And situation reaction test. So situation will be given and you have to come up with a solution. How do you overcome that situation? And self description is nothing but the interview. The group tasks or the group test is the group discussions, the group planning exercise. So task will be given. So progressive group task, half group task, command task, lecture rate, individual obstacle, and final group task. So these are the group tasks. So most of the candidates will lose out in these group tasks because they start dominating each other. What happens? They will lose the focus. The officer over there, will have the negative points on the candidate. So the interview is divided into 3 parts again. So one, it depends on the educational background, academics, interest, extracurricular activities and achievements, and family background, and it can be any other concept, miscellaneous aspects. So the principle of selection, it depends on the candidate should be mentally and physically fit, with right attitude to be chosen, and the candidate should be able to show the firmness with consideration for others, and leadership is not just ordering people. That is the one thing which need to be understand. The leadership is not one which is ordering. And board conference is held on the last day of the process and takes the final look at the candidate. If there is any doubts or any clarifications, it will be clarified at that point of the conference and then recommended for medical examination. So after successfully clearing SSB, then medical will be conducted at one of the following institute. That is, one is at Institute of Aerospace Medical Bangalore or Air Force Central Medical Establishment, New Delhi. So either it is at Bangalore or New Delhi. And then the final merit list is drawn for all the cadets, and based on the merit list, a call letter will be sent for the particular candidate. So this is about for an officers. Likewise, mode of entry for airmanship. For airmen. Airman is Group X, is a technical, that is automobile fitter, electronic fitter, electrical fitter, mechanical system fitter, propulsion fitter, workshop fitter, and weapon fitter. This will come in your C certificate examination. What is Group X technical branches? So you have to mention any few of these: automobile fitter, electronic fitter, electrical, mechanical, workshop fitter, weapon fitter. Then Group X is non-technical, that is education instructor, and Group Y is again technical, that is communication technician and automobile. Don't get confused between Group X and Group Y. Group Y technical is all fitters. Group Y is a technical, which is communication technicians and automobile technicians. Group Y, there is non-technical, which is ADAM assistant, account assistant, logistic, environment, ground training, Indian Air Force Police, Indian Air Force Security, operational assistant, meteorological assistant, musician, all these. And for Group X, the age limit is 17 to 21 years. It is for males only, so it is 10 plus 2 PUC or diploma in engineering. Diploma candidate with minimum 50% is eligible. And for Group X non-technical, that is 20 to 25 years, male employment, so they will call twice a year. So it can be any BA graduate or BSc with physics or BA degree with minimum 50% marks. And Group X non-technical is 20 to 28 years. So it can be postgraduate also, MA in English, BA degree, graduation, post-graduation. And for Group Y, except for musician, is 7 to 21 years and should have 10 plus 2 with 50% marks. And the Group Y medical assistant, it is 10 plus 2 with physics, chemistry, biology, 7 to 21 years. Then airman for Group Y musician is 17 to 25 years. And the special condition here is that they should know any musical instrument, that is trumpet, bass, violin, saxophone, any of these, keyboard, like this. In airmanship selection, basically it will happen through selection, can be through two modes: selected test for airman recruitment, so STAR, or rally. So rallies will be conducted. These are the two things. And scheduled test for airmen is notified, can be applied through this airman selection. And STAR phase 1 is computer-based online examination will be conducted by Center of Development of Advanced Computation, and phase 2 is shortlisted candidates as per their merit list is called for interview. A selection test, final selection test. And rallies on the spot selection test conducted for the candidates hailing for remote areas. So selection criteria, basically it will consist of for airmen, written test which has English, maths, physics, reasoning and general awareness, physical fitness test, medical examination, all India merit list. Again here also all India merit list. And there is no additional marks for NCC ABC certificate in the written test. However, 3, 4, 5 marks is awarded for NCC ABC certificate to the candidate who qualify all the stages of selections. So only at the end they will consider the marks. So upper age limit again applicable. So training for them is 6 months basic training at Sambra, followed by trade specific training at the following locations. So one is the Sambra, and technical training will be in Bangalore and Chennai and Chandinagar. So you know the rank structure of airmen. So first they'll join as airmen, then leading airmen, then corporal, sergeant, junior warrant officer, and master warrant officer, until they reach the age of 57 years. So pays and perks for them. So stipend will be of 14,600 for Group X, and 33,000 per month approximately, plus DA, which includes, and education instructor will receive 40,000 per month, and Group Y will get 26,000 per month plus DA. And other benefits are same as for an officer, like whatever the benefits they get, the same benefits we get for airmen also. That is a medical facility, scholarship for children's, accommodation, leave, secured life camp, CDS, canteen facility, professional education, retirement benefits. So they can serve for a period of 20 years, which can be extended up to the age of 57 years. Airmen of a rank of sergeant and above with 10 years of minimum service, and within the age limit of 34 to 42 gets an opportunity to become a commissioned officer in IAF. So we know that the master warrant officer will give a honor rank during the last 6 months of the tenure. So that is if that person is in the range of age limit of 34 to 42 years. So that's it for today's presentation. So if you have any queries, you can ask. Any queries, cadets?
No, sir.
Okay, there are no queries. So I urge for each and every cadet to apply for AFCAT entry or CDS or NCC entry. Try it, though you are not interested or maybe family may not be supporting. That is a secondary issue, but at least try for this defense services. Need not to be only Air Force. You can join any defense service. If it doesn't qualify as an officer, then try for airmen at least. Be in defense service because there are a lot of perks that are available when you compare to outside civil world and benefits. Okay. So can I take from marking from all the cadets that you will be applying for your CDS AFCAT entries or SSB entry in the coming notifications? Do you all apply?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I look forward for officers from 6 Air Squadron because if you see the history of 6 Air Squadron, we are very weak in this. So we want to strengthen, we want more and more cadets to become an officers. Yeah. So let's see, hope for the best. So I wish all of you to join the defense services in a fighter stream or whichever the stream you are interested in. Okay. Chalo. All the best. So I'm winding up the session.